So we're going to talk about ghost notes. What they are simply just notes played at a much lower volume than your typical note. You can still hear them, but they're a little bit subtle. And what they do is add a little more feel, rhythm, groove, a little more bounce to your tracks. And that's why you want to add them in there. They add a little more interest in there, into your tracks. So let's take a look. Here I have like just a simple hi-hat pattern. And then I have these two snares here, this one, and then this one over here. Let me put that one all the way up. These two are at 127. And then I have this is my ghost note. It's at a much lower volume. So let me play this and you'll hear the difference in the snares and how they sound. So you can hear the difference obviously in the volume, and it kind of gives a little bit of a different feel to it. So with that being said, let's see how that sounds with different patterns. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to play this bass pattern, like a core. Just this is our core pattern that we're going to work with. We have that same hi-hat pattern, I put in a couple kicks, and then I added in these two snares. So no ghost snares yet. We'll play this and then we'll play this again with adding in ghost snares. So pretty straightforward. And so that's the core pattern. Now let's take a look at that same pattern, but here you can see I threw in a ghost note at the very end here. So adds a little bit of a groove, little bit of more bounce, and kind of keeps the track moving, adds some movement really. And so that's just with one ghost note. Let's take a listen when we have two ghost notes. And so that same one that we had at the very end here, and then I added this one here after that, this first snare. So let's take a listen to this. So again, we get a little bit more rhythm, a little more bounce, a little more groove there. Kind of keeps the track interesting. And so let's add a third one here. So we'll take a look. I added this one here right after that first ghost note. And then I just added another kick in here just to add a little bit more to this track. So let's take a listen. So again, you know it, more movement, more groove, a little more bounce to it. And then, I did this with snares, but you get to do it with other instruments as well. Sometimes you want to add in stuff like toms. So here I added two ghost toms here. I kept that extra kick I added, and I kept that one ghost snare towards the end, but I removed the others. So let's listen to this. So there you have it. That's just with tom. So you play around with it. The way to do it is simply just start with your main pattern that you have, right? Again, I had this one here, and then you want to just kind of throw in some ghost notes. Actually, this is the one this is my bass pattern, and then you want to throw in, a ghost note here. Doing it at the very end is a good idea, but just play around with it and see how it works for you.